that Mary Kay Cabot's cover is blown because everybody is on to it. But I want y'all guys to take a listen on what she had to say when she was with Earl the Pearl. Now, y'all know how Earl the Pearl does. He's with you all the time. So y'all know how it is. So basically, this is what she said.
Being reported this week about quarterbacks, and Todd Monken had an interview. Based on what you know from what you've seen, do you think at this current time, three practices in, that anybody has separated themselves from one another when it comes to the Browns quarterback battle?
Listen, I think yes, and also no. Yes, in the regard of there's always somebody who looks better in a given session, in a given group of practice, right? There's always somebody that stands out, and that probably extends beyond what we see on the field and beyond what we are able to see in any capacity, because that extends to the meeting rooms, to what they're learning in the playbook and how they're relaying the information that they're taking in. It's not just about the drills and shorts that we're able to see, and the ones that we aren't able to see because we're only there for, one day out of a session and they go for 3 more or 2 more. So yes, there is probably somebody, and there always will be somebody who stands out in that capacity. I also think that it is very early. So while there is somebody who may stand out.
Now, you heard what she said. In a 3-day sample size, from what we see and what certain media personnel see, so how do you rush the judgment? And then she also said, somebody is always going to look better than somebody in certain drills. So pay attention, guys.
Obviously, as we get more into camp and we get into the mandatory portions where everybody is in attendance, things could absolutely shift. So
now you heard what she said. When everybody's in attendance, not just one person such as Mary Kay making her observation. Let everybody filter in and make that observation.
Yes, I do think that there's the potential for somebody to be a standout, but there obviously is not a decision yet because it's very, very early. So
now you heard what she said. So there's no decision made because it's very, very early. Now, what does this do, guys? Mary Kay is a female reporter. Camryn Justice is their go-to in Cleveland. And she's a woman as well. So she came out and debunked everything that Mary Kay said from a woman's standpoint. So that's why I said, Mary Kay, your cover is blown. And now you run in to your ex, Twitter X, and you want to post something about Shedeur Sanders on his graduation. We're not going to let you do that, Mary Kay. You got to stay on one side because what you have done in the past, you've done nothing but really slander Shedeur Sanders' name and not giving him a fair shake, because what you preached every time was go get a quarterback. You wanted the Cleveland Browns to take Ty Simpson with the number 6 pick in the 2026 NFL draft. But Andrew Berry had other plans. Andrew Berry did things that I've always told you guys when we talked about this. Shedeur Sanders can be a franchise quarterback. All you got to do is build around him, get him the weapons. And what did Andrew Berry do in the draft? He did all this before the draft. She did all this before the draft. He started out by getting offensive linemen. He went and made the huge trade for Titus Howard out of Houston. Somebody that protected Deshaun Watson when Deshaun Watson was doing good, and how he got elevated to get all this money. And y'all got to remember, with Deshaun Watson, he's the only quarterback in the NFL that has had a fully guaranteed contract. Kirk Cousins came close twice, but Deshaun Watson's contract is fully guaranteed. The Cleveland Browns will be paying Deshaun Watson $49 million this year. If he's on the field and if he's not on the field. Was he on the field last year? Hell nah. And still got paid $49 million. Still got paid $49 million. I agree with that, Patrick Williams. He had no intentions on picking Ty Simpson, but this is the reports that Mary Kay was out there saying. And I told you guys earlier, for the new people that's in the chat, follow along with this. For the new people that's in the chat. This situation happened last year around May because G. Bush had the receipts. Because of the fact that Kenny Pickett was in the building, Joe Flacco was in the building, Shedeur Sanders was in the building, Dylan Gabriel was in the building, and Tyler Huntley was in the building. And she put out a report on her ex that Kenny Pickett has emerged as the number one guy for Cleveland to start. But did that happen? I understand that Kenny Pickett got hurt, but did that happen? Hell nah. What happened was Joe Flacco got the starting nine. And then on top of that, Kenny Pickett got traded. So Mary Kay was writing reports from her opinion. Where did she get that information from? Now that's fast forward to this year when they fired Kevin Stefanski. She was quick to go to her Twitter X and say, Jim Schwartz has emerged as the number one guy for the head coaching position for the Cleveland Browns. So what happened? Jim Schwartz didn't get the job. Todd Monken got the job. Mary Kay was pissed off because she was a Kevin Stefanski person. She protected Kevin Stefanski at all costs.